Hi everyone, welcome back. In this lecture, we'll take a look into assertFalse method. So assertFalse method works exactly opposite to assertTrue method, which we have discussed in the previous lecture. So notice here, assertFalse method is a static method in a assertions class. Next, assertFalse method verifies that the supplied condition or a given condition should be false. If the supplied condition is false, then the test case will pass. If the supplied condition is true, then the test case will fail. And notice here there are multiple overloaded assertFalse methods. Let us go and let us understand assertFalse method with examples, and we'll take a look into all these assertFalse overloaded methods. So let us head over to the IntelliJ IDEA. Let's go to our project, and here go to student service test class over here. And within this student service test class, let's create a test method to demonstrate the usage of assertFalse method. Just type public void, let's give method name as get students test using assertFalse. So basically the test method name should not be like this. The test method name should be get students test. But here we are going to demonstrate the usage of assertFalse method. That's why I have given the name to this test method like this. But ideally in real-time projects, we should give the test method name like this, get students test, because this test method is going to test the logic of this get students method, right? Next, let us make this method as a test method by annotating it with add test annotation. Perfect. Next, within this method, let's create an instance of student service class. Next, here let us have a local variable of type list. List is generic. Let us pass student as a type. Let's give name as student list, and then student service dot get students. Perfect. Next, here let us have one more local variable of type Boolean, and then actual result equal to student list dot is empty. So this is empty method returns true if the list is empty, otherwise it returns false. Next, let us go ahead and let us use assertFalse method to verify that the actual result is false. So here just type assert false, and notice here there are multiple overloaded assertFalse method. So let us choose the post one and then pass actual result. Well, we use assertFalse method to verify that the supplied condition is false, and in this case the actual result contains the Boolean value true. That's why this test case will fail. For example, if I run this test, here you can see the result test failed because the list is empty, and this assertTrue method expect that the actual value should be false because the expected value is false but the actual value is true. Okay, you can see the message in the report like expected false but was true. Next, let us add one of the student to the list. Student equal to new student, and then pass ID 1 and then name Ramesh. Next, let us add this student to the list. Students dot add student and then pass student. Now we have added student to the list. In this case, this is empty method returns false. Next, assertFalse method takes the supplied condition, that is actual result. It contains Boolean value false. This assertion should pass, and then eventually the test case should pass. For example, if I run the test case, you can see the output test passed. Okay, it means we use assertFalse method to verify that the supplied condition is false. Okay, perfect. Next, let us see the other overloaded assertFalse methods. So let me comment out this, and here just type assertFalse, and let us use this assertFalse method. It takes two parameters. First one is condition of type Boolean, second is message of type string. Next, let us pass post parameter is actual result of type Boolean. Second parameter is the custom failure message. So here let us give message something like student list should not be empty. Perfect. So this assert false method assert or check the supplier condition is false. If it is false, then the test will pass. Otherwise, the test will fail with this custom failure message. For example, in this case, the actual result contains value false and this test will pass. For example, if I run the test case, you can see the test passed because the student list is not empty. Okay, next, if I remove the student from the list, now the list is empty and the test case will fail with this custom failure error message. For example, if I run the test case, you can see in the report student list should not be empty. So this is a custom error message we have given to the assert false method, and that is what printed over here. And you can see the result expected false but was true. Okay, so this is how you can pass the custom failure message. If you want to provide more details about the failure result, then you can go ahead and add to the message. Next, let us go ahead and let's explore other overloaded methods. So here just type assert false and then call this assert false method. It takes Boolean supplier functional interface. Well, Boolean supplier functional interface is an interface and we have to provide the lambda expression implementation for Boolean supplier functional interface. So here is the lambda expression and let us pass actual result in the body. Notice here this Boolean supplier condition will be evaluated lazily. It means this condition will be executed only when the assertion is executed. Okay, next, if I run the test case, this should fail because the expected is false but was true. If you can notice here, the list is empty and the actual result contains value true. That's why the assert false method, assert that this condition is true. That's why the test case failed. If I add a student to the list, then the actual result, Boolean variable contains value false, and then this eventually the test case should pass. Okay, next let us go ahead and let us see other overloaded methods. Let me comment out this and then just type assert false here. Next, let us take this assert false method. This one, it takes Boolean supplier as a first argument and string message as the second parameter. Let's use lambda expression to implement Boolean supplier functional interface. So here is the lambda syntax and then pass actual result in the body. Second parameter is the message. Student list should not be empty. Next, let us run the test case and you can see test failed with a custom failure message. Student list should not be empty, expected false but was true. Well, this actual result contains value true and the assert false method expect the supplied condition value is false. That's why this assertion fails and eventually the test case failed. Okay, next let us explore other overloaded assert false method. So just type assert false and then choose this one that takes Boolean parameter as a first parameter and supplier functional interface as a second parameter. So just pass actual result. Second parameter is the implementation of supplier functional interface. So let us use lambda expression to implement supplier functional interface and here just pass the message in the body. Let me copy this and let me paste it over here. So this supplier functional interface logic will be evaluated lazily. It means this supplier functional interface implementation logic will be executed only when the test case will fail. Otherwise this logic won't be executed. Okay, so in this case the test will fail because the actual result contains value true, and this message will be this logic will be evaluated and this message will be printed in the results. For example, if I run this test case, you can see test failed and the message is displayed in the results. Student list should not be empty. Well, if I add the student to the list, and now this actual result contains the Boolean value false, and this assertFalse method will check whether the actual result is true or false. If it is false, then this assertion will pass and eventually the test case will also pass. And now in this case the actual result contains false. That's why this logic won't be evaluated, because the test case will pass. For example, if I run the test case, you can see test passed. Alright, next let us explore other assertFalse methods. So here just type assertFalse and then choose this one, Boolean supplier as a first argument and supplier functional interface as a second argument. So here just pass the lambda implementation of Boolean supplier and then lambda expression for this supplier functional interface. Perfect. Next let us run the test case. This should pass because the list is not empty. Alright, next if the list is empty, then the test will fail and eventually this message will be displayed in the results. For example, if I run the test case, you can see test failed and this custom payload error message is displayed in the results. Alright, so this is how we can use assertFalse method to verify that the supplied condition is false. Alright, perfect. In next lecture onwards we will explore more assertion methods. Alright, great. I will see you in the next lecture.